The savage situation.
I felt it very important to share my experience to share my thoughts on mental health, and where there are so many things and so many factors that make it so important that we, in society in general, try and help people who desperately need guidance or just someone to listen to them, because it's becoming increasingly clear that there is the generation right now, particularly since the birth of online content creators in the last 10 years or so, there is nothing for people in terms of any form of help. Ultimately, you're trying to gain success, and the value isn't shares. The value isn't how much money is in the business. The value is often how popular the things that you make are, depending on other people and how they view you, which is insane. I mean, when you break it down, it's shocking. That if someone uploads a post and it gets a certain amount of likes or comments or dislikes or whatever, that dictates whether or not you as a person have been successful in that particular thing that you've made. Mental health in general is important for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. Mental health is incredibly important, because without that, it affects everything. It affects relationships. It affects your working life. It affects it affects your day-to-day life as a human being and what you do and your future. Like, it affects everything. Influencers now, though, be you a streamer, be you a YouTuber, or a host, or whatever you might be, a professional player in some respects as well. In that realm, so much is based on the success that you have day to day with your social profile and the way that you put yourself out there and the opportunities you get, and sharing new opportunities. Etika is a YouTuber, of course, who recently lost his battle with mental health. I don't know how it's what the politically correct term is, but recently Etika took his own life, and he was suffering with mental health problems, and it wasn't helped. He wasn't helped at all until it was too late. We've seen in years previously as well that so many people have been affected by it. I remember when Robin Williams, one of the funniest, one of the most charismatic, most incredible actors and comedians of our generation, of our lifetime, took his own life due to depression. And of all the people in the world to suffer from something like that, you would never think that Robin Williams was a person who would take their own life due to mental health. Recently, you may have been watching Love Island. Love Island's a very popular show in the UK. A guy called Mike, aka Muggy Mike as he was known in the UK, took his own life. A young, handsome guy with a lot going for him took his own life, and people are baffled as to why. And that's the thing with mental health. It is people are able to mask how they're feeling. They build barriers to how they're feeling. They don't want to let anybody in. They don't want to let anyone into their psyche, to how they're thinking, because often they don't want to share. By sharing, it means that there's kind of like there's a kink in their armor. By sharing, that they're not going to, people around them are going to judge them, which is if you're someone who's watching this who is suffering from mental health problems, sharing is everything. And that goes for, it really is important that you share how you're feeling with people around you, be it friends, be it family, be it someone, be it a counselor of some sort. And there is lots and lots of help you can get from people professionally, which don't cost money, who you can go and see to share how you're feeling. Because you never know, by going to see that person or people, it could make the world of difference. The problems that I've had with mental health have come from, second guessing myself, playing mind games with myself, second guessing the way that I react to things, or, I used to have a lot of trouble with emailing people back in the day and phoning people. When I first started getting into this industry, I remember I used to cold call production companies and TV channels. Before YouTube was really a thing, I used to cold call and try and turn up at the doorstep with gifts for people to try and get my foot in the door anywhere. And it was nerve-wracking. Sending an email, I take ages, sometimes hours, drafting an email to make sure it was perfect when the person that was going to receive this email didn't care. They probably weren't even going to read it, or they were, or they did read it, and they certainly didn't second judge or judge me for what I've written. No way. But for me, in my mind, that's what I convinced myself. I'd convinced myself that everything had to be perfect, everything had to be, absolutely precise, and that wasn't the case for me. It was silly, but it was. I had no one to guide me. No, I had no one in my personal life, despite the fact I've got a very loving family and a great network around me of people that I love and friends. There was no one who understood what I was going through in a professional capacity. So for me, it was hard to share. There are so many different things that could impact, particularly young people online trying to make it in this world. It concerns me. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know whether there should be a governing force online on YouTube who are, actively watching people's content and trying to find where there may be, a situation that someone needs to step in and help. A lot of people will say, you can't tell the difference between someone who's looking for views and trying to get attention as opposed to those who are genuinely affected. But surely it's surely it's, as a human being, surely it's only in our best interest that someone does, regardless of whether you're looking for the attention or not. Someone somewhere steps in. I think we all need to be a lot more aware of what we're watching, a lot more aware of people around us. If we see that someone is struggling, we need to know steps to help that person. It's all about togetherness in this situation. There's no other way around it. I don't know how else you can kind of find this. There are going to be people who are very affected by mental health. And it takes a lot to get past it, and it takes a lot to succeed in wake of that. Don't be afraid to share how you feel. It's helped me. It's helped me so much over time. Sharing how I feel with people. It's helped me conquer a lot of demons, helped me get past a lot of things. And it can get low sometimes. Regardless of success or not, you can get low. You never need to resort to the worst case scenario. There is always help out there. That's my thought on this anyway. Mental health is incredibly important. Make sure you don't forget that and share with anybody you can. Everyone, trust me, everyone will listen.